Hi, this is Scott Wilson from OnPage1 Media, and today I'm with Andreas.
Hey, good day.
Hey, this is the second time we got together and had a bit of a chat around the coffee table with regards to how to help your business make more money online and how to market yourself online. You know, we got some great feedback from our last video, and I think businesses really appreciate, Andreas, that the fact we're taking the time to make the internet simple but profitable for business owners.
Yeah, this is certainly our goal, is to give you information that you can use in your business and somehow become a little bit more savvy on the internet, so that you make more money. That's the objective. Hey?
Yeah, we find a lot of times the internet is very confusing for people when we talk to them, about how to market their website online, etc. So, whatever we can do to help you make the internet more simple but more profitable, we're up for it. So today, Andreas, we got some great feedback. One of the things people wanted to talk about was Google Places and how the Google is really looking at the local market and how they can help business owners get found in that local market. So let's talk about it. The big shift as we've seen in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think what happened, Google was sort of the worldwide search engine and they're dominating, and I think what they've realized is people want local information, relevant information. That's the key word for me is relevancy.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking for, say, a plumber, I don't care about the plumber in Auckland or even the plumber in Maryvale or whatever. I want the plumber in Riccarton because that's where I'm at. And if Google can help me, then I'm going to like Google more.
Exactly.
And that's why Google makes it as relevant as possible so that I like it more and use it more, which means more money for Google, I guess.
Exactly, and that's where they've seen, and also the big shift away from the other forms of marketing, I guess, for a lot of business owners. How many business owners always talk to us about yellow pages? It doesn't work, and other forms of marketing aren't working because they're basically just cluttering the marketplace.
Well, think about, I think about myself here. If I'm looking for any services, the first place I'm going to is the internet. I can do that here. On here now, I can do fantastic searches, and I typically go to, I don't know if you can see that, but there's an icon here called Places, which is in fact a Google application, and that helps me find a restaurant right around the corner, a tire place around the corner, car service, oil changer, whatever it is.
And Google has realised that, and especially with the likes of the war between them and Facebook, etc. Google has realised people now have technology. They want information that is relevant, but they want it fast. And I guess the phone is changing that game again, and that's why you see things like the yellow pages, and other forms of advertising are in real trouble, because we really believe that Google Places is the new yellow pages, especially with the advent of these phones. I think they're selling in America these Android phones, 300,000 of them a week or a day maybe that they're selling. They're selling huge volumes of internet-ready phones, and that is really changing the game. So, people wanted to know about Google Places. Let's talk about that.
I just wanted to say one more thing about the local advertising. If you advertise in a local magazine, which is obviously one option, it costs you a lot of money, regular payments that you need to make to get in there. The challenges with that, unless someone is leafing through that looking for your type of business, the chances that you will actually get some business and sales out of that it's basically you're taking a bit of a gamble and taking a chance. In the old days where there wasn't an internet, good strategy. But right now, I would say that is probably a smart thing to look at alternatives such as the internet, and how could you change your spend from wasting it on local newspaper advertising to investing it in, say, getting into the Google local, and in such a way, if you make that investment, the beauty is there. That keeps working for you day and night, and you don't necessarily need to continuously invest money in it. You need to just make it work once, and once you got there, yes, there is some maintenance to be done because other people are competing for the spots as well.
Definitely.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that comes down to really knowing, once again, who your target market is, and then the biggest mistake I see business owners making is not spending their marketing money as close to their target market, and then not testing that. So at least by having a Google Places page and being able to test that, you can actually, quite quickly get a gauge on what's working and what's not. And I think that's important with marketing these days. So Google Places, what is it, and why should people be using it?
Well, firstly, Google Places is pushing for this localized search. One big thing is Facebook, Scott. Is that right? What's happening there?
Well, Facebook obviously have the ability to get all your information, and then they can market to you, or people can market to you because Facebook have all your information. They're moving towards Google Places now as well, so they're actually bringing out their own application, so business owners can have a place on Facebook Places that other people can like and trust, and do a whole heap of marketing thing there as well. So Google sees that and says, right, we need to compete. How can we compete? Well, we need to be relevant in the local areas, because they've done some data, and they have a lot of information. They found that a lot of people actually search locally and then shop locally. So it makes sense then to present local businesses to those people, because it's more relevant to those people.
What is interesting that we just read the other day, some statistics directly from Google, is that many shopping decisions are made online, but the actual shopping is still done in person.
Yeah.
So don't necessarily think just because you don't make the sales online, many of the sales decisions are in fact made before the person already comes into the shop. So that's a really important thing to remember.
And that's the cool thing about Google Places. Most businesses that we talk to don't even know the listing exists. So what Google have done is they've gone out there and put millions and millions of these free web pages out there that you as a business owner can come along and claim your listing. And basically you can do that for free and go in and put all the information in about your business. You can put a lot of information. You can add reviews. You can add videos and photos. All this type of information into this web page that Google's giving you for free. And if you set it up correctly, Google will then present that information to someone who is searching for your types of products or services locally, so you can come up. And the beautiful thing about this is they have an app on a phone called Google Places, and your listings within Google Places actually come up with a mobile-ready version. So pretty much, if I'm looking for a restaurant, I can, with a couple of buttons, I can get online and have a look, and I can click on their people's listings, and with another press of a button, I can be calling them. Within a matter of seconds.
Yeah, and of course Google knows that where this phone is. So when you do a search here for restaurant, it will only present to you restaurants from right here.
Right here.
And unless you are on that top list, there will always be the top 7. Unless you're within the top 7, the chances are you won't be found and you won't be getting the business, and somebody else is, your competitors, getting that business.
The crazy thing about this phone is I can see it on the map. It can tell me how to get to the restaurant. It tells me how many reviews these people have got. All this information that I'd want to make a buying decision is already here, and you can do that for any business. And this is with the power of Google Places, and why I say it's the new Yellow Pages. How many reviews could you put in a Yellow Pages page? It would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars to take a full page out and put some testimonials or some reviews on that page. They're giving you this engine to do it absolutely for free. But then if you're smart, you'll use a company like us as well to help you get that ranking higher, because the higher you rank, the more business you'll get, and we can show you some good examples of that in future episodes. So Andreas, I think we've talked enough about Google Places. Let's give people 3 steps, because remember, we want to make this simple and profitable. So let's give them 3 steps that they must do today.
I think we'll give them a few bonus ones there as well, Scott, but at least 3. Well, the first one is you need to actually claim your listing. Many times business owners Google has already built the site and the Google Places, and they haven't claimed it, which means it's there, but it's basically Google finds the information all over the internet and just puts it together the way it thinks. It's done automatically, of course, and many times that stuff is lacking a little bit of information, wrong photos, and the wrong address, and all sorts of stuff. So you need to claim it. Also, by claiming, you will automatically go a little bit higher in the ranking. If there is no Google Places, then that needs to be set up right from the beginning, of course.
So basically, go to Google, type in your business name, etc. See if your listing comes up. If it does, go through the process. It'll show you pretty much how to do it. If not, go to Google Places and create a brand new account. And that's basically just going to Google, type in Google Places, create a brand new account. Okay, so you've claimed your listing. You then want to go and add content. Okay, so you want to go through the process and add all the content. Add video, if you've got video, add photos of your business, the hours of work, all this type of information that you want to go through and add. And there's a couple of
pretty straightforward, actually.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah. There's a couple of things that you also want to add though, and citations and reviews. Talk about those.
Yep. Those citations are basically other Finder type websites, that could be Finder, NZS, directories where your company is listed. Google basically goes and looks all over the show and sees if it can find your business in other directories. If it does, it basically is like a vote for your business that it exists. So you need to be in as many local directories as possible. That's called citations, and I think that would be a very important step. It's quite cumbersome to do that.
Yeah, but it builds trust, and that's what you're looking for online. You want to become a trusted authority. That's one of the
Just make sure that the address and the telephone numbers and everything is 100% accurate and the same as on Google Places. If you get that wrong and there's a mismatch, you're confusing the automated Google setup, and in fact that can almost count against you.
Yep.
The next one, Scott, what about the reviews?
Reviews, yeah, you want to add reviews to your page, or what happens a lot of times, especially if you're a restaurant, etc., or accommodation place, people will put reviews on certain sites, say like Menu Mania, TripAdvisor. Google will actually go along and find those reviews and add them to your Google Places page. So you may automatically already have reviews, but if you haven't, get some of your clients, some of your good clients, ask them to rate and review your business. If you've done a good job for them, then they'll definitely want to do that. And it's a simple thing of just about asking, hey, and if you want to reward them for doing that, then the more the better, because at the end of the day, the more reviews you have, the better it looks for your business. And one of the things I will say, if you have negative reviews, you cannot remove them, but you can reply to them. So don't be scared of this. A lot of people have said, oh yeah, but what if I get negative reviews? Well, at the end of the day, sometimes bad things happen.
Yeah, no,
it's how you handle it.
I think the volume of reviews is more important, because if you have, say, 4 reviews and 1 is negative, that probably is quite tough, because then it's like a quarter of your reviews is bad. But say now you have 1,000 and you've got 3 negative, they are going to be blended out totally by all the positive ones that you're going to get. And on top of it, there's basically a message in it. Maybe they've got a point and you actually need to do something and improve your service, and maybe see it as a positive as well.
Yeah. And when we live in now a world basically of word of mouth on steroids, anything can be lit up and exposed really, really quickly because of social media and places like these citation sites that put reviews online. So you really have to be wary of it and use it to your advantage. So Andres, I think we've given some great content here today in this video. Anything before we go?
Hey, next couple of weeks or so we will be talking about mobile marketing and mobile internets. We're also going to talk about social media and client feedback, how to get the best feedback and how you can work with that best. So there's great topics coming up, and we keep getting topics and suggestions from you guys as well. Do us a favor, put some comments underneath the video so that we can get your feedback. If you have some ideas, suggestions or anything like that, put them there. We read them, we'll comment on them, and love to hear from you. Thanks.
There's a great reason why you should be doing that as well. The more feedback you get, we'll post replies to that feedback, and you'll actually show up in our links when we're doing on our Facebook site. So you'll get more exposure for your business as well. So that's the way social media is these days. So if we can help you out, you can help us out. Win-win. Guys, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it, and I hope you got a lot out of this video. Until next time, thanks for your time, and see you later.
Talk to you soon.